You can play very well and win the first set, but because it's such a short race, there's always a good chance you might lose the second set, even though you're playing well. And I'm talking about from a viewer aspect. It makes for more exciting matches.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Step into your future with learning that can take you anywhere.
It's really on the side.
All by yourself. Listen to everybody say, be everybody else, can't you see?
Thank you, Your Honor. The case is very, very simple.
Ain't nobody just like
The Open University. The future is open. Step into your future with learning that can take you anywhere.
It's really on the side.
all by yourself. Listen to everybody say, be everybody else, can't you see?
Thank you, Your Honor. The case is very, very simple.
Ain't nobody just like
The Open University. The future is open.
Yeah, definitely not trying to make the one. So our thoughts were wrong, and
I'm surprised at the way he hit the first. He keeps breaking from the same spot, even though he's not making balls, and I'm very surprised that he's not trying to cut the one ball more, given the fact that one ball went in the side, the first rack.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only thing. If Gomez will start making some balls on the break, I would favor him in this second set. Now, if he's gonna keep breaking like this,
yeah,
then I think we have to favor Kachi.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he's thinking of putting him running the cue ball behind the 3 there, because I don't think he can really gain position.
He could maybe cut the 1 behind the 3 and get the cue ball off the short rail behind the 6-7. Try to double him up with a lot of balls. Oh, he went for it. Not sure why.
I have a feeling he was trying to run into the 2 ball. Can we see that again?
Oh, it was an interesting choice.
Look, let's see if he was trying to run into the 2 ball.
He was also very high in the cue.
Well, maybe he was trying to come off the 4 ball and hitting off the long rail and coming back to the short rail.
Well, one thing is for sure, he'll play safe here.
Well, I mean, he's fortunate that he can see it. Oh, he hit that way too full. Oh, that might be that might be a massive. Not that might be. That is a massive opportunity for Roberto here, because you don't see Kachi make a mistake like that too often. Wonder if he can run into the 10 here. Oh, it doesn't look like he can. Nice.
Oh, nice bump on the 3.
See, now that gives me the excuse to say, look, I saw that bump shot you made on the 3. You know how to bump balls. Let's play in the straight pool next week.
Yeah, he might fall for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was also a tough positional shot actually from the 3 to the 4. Or at least he did put himself straight, almost straight on the 4. Could have easily left himself like tough angles here and there. So now I would say just needs to focus, make the ball, and play the simple positions.
Oh, he almost missed that one. As soon as he hit it, I said, whoa, I wonder if that's going to go in.
He did also move with his body.
Yeah.
The moment he struck it, like here, you could see him already go a little bit forward, and
you know, a lot of times a player moves their body when they feel uncomfortable with the shot.
well, it's time to start building up to that 9 ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he got straight on the 7 in the opposite pocket, I don't know if he can draw past it. But if he just got straight on it, see, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get straight on it to stop it, to have a perfect angle on the 8 to come across the table. But unfortunately, he didn't get it straight on the 7 as he wanted to. So now he's going to have to work a little harder to gain that angle on the 8. But this is a big game right here. So put him on the hill. Very nice angle. Slowed it down nicely. Maybe slowed it down a little too much. Draw it back. I like drawing back and leaving the cue ball by the front of the side pocket if possible. That way you feel more comfortable hitting the cue ball. Do you agree, Tim? Would you try to draw the cue ball back for the 10 on the side? Or would you try to leave it by the by the side pocket? He was pointing for the
I think the
side.
I think the side too.
But that's what I don't like about it. It's so easy to overhit it.
Yeah, but you're always going to have a shot.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could get perfect straight to the side, which was really easy. And if you overrun it, well, you're always having something else. Oh, and it's
He's
in.
on the hill. He's on the hill.
Yeah, Roberto Gomez on the hill against Iklan Billiard in the second set. And
he's on the hill just when it looked like Kachi was going to run away with the set.
Yeah, we're one step closer to a shootout, and we'll go for a short break. go
Right,
back.
let's see. Yeah, he's going to go back to the same spot.
Well, I don't really mind him breaking from the same spot because I felt like it was a good spot to break for the one in the side, but he's not trying to make the one. He's trying to get lucky, I
But
guess.
he has such a powerful break. Why not use it if you see that that's not working?
Oh,
There you
now.
go. See? Use a powerful break.
Oh, and that 2-ball needs to stop. Well, still can't complain. Made 2 balls. Finally, he probably that's probably the first thing he thought. It was like, oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean, sign of relief.
It looks like he's going to kill the cue ball over here. I like going between the 4 and the 5 here. Right, just like that. There you go.
Needs to bounce out.
That's it.
Oh,
No, he
that's
hit
a
it great.
super shot.
See, for a second there, I thought he was trying to kill it and not go that route. But I said, why wouldn't you go between them? Because, I mean, yeah, you might saw the 2, but the 7 might be a potential blocker if you miss it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he even was thinking about.
He underhit that one a bit.
He's okay.
He's good, but...
Yeah, not great. Good, but not great. I'm not sure if he was thinking about, oh, what if I miss on that 2 ball? I think he was just like, well, I got to shoot here. This is the opportunity. Let's go.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to go 3, possibly 4 rails for the 4 in the side, so that if he overhits it, he can still play, I mean, the 6 in the side. And to the point where if he overhits it, he could even play it potentially in the lower left-hand corner pocket. But I think that's what he's looking at.
Do you like running into the 10?
Not really. Because if you don't hit it right, you could end up bad on it. See, look at it this way.
Oh,
It's
that
going-
9 ball?
Oh, he hit that so good.
Oh, did he get straight? I think he's got
Yeah.
close to straight on the 6. That's a super.
And that was a better shot, higher percentage shot.
Yeah, I would just be scared to get like a very off angle on the rail somewhere, but then again, there's always a safety option, right?
Well, if he gets out here, we have a shootout.
Yeah, and that's something I, to be honest, did not expect to happen. If you look at how well Kutchi played in the first set, so glad to see a little spurt of Roberto so far.
Well, they don't call him Superman for nothing.
So this 10 ball to go to a shootout against Iklan Kutchi. Roberto Gomez. And the crowd goes wild. So we'll go for a short break and then we'll continue with the shootout. Be there. All right, and we are back here in the Roberts Center, Wilmington, Ohio, the Fargo Rate, Ohio Open. We're here in the semifinal where
There's Mr. Mark White.
Iklan won his first match, 4-2 over first set, 4-2 over Roberto Gomez, but then Kachi made a couple mistakes and set number 2 went to Roberto Gomez, 4-1. So we'll have a deciding shootout coming up and quite tense part of the matches this week. I mean, I've seen a lot of drama.
Yeah, oh yeah. I still think the most drama-filled shootout was the one with Justin Martin and Jan Van last night. I know you said the one with Federer and Alex was exciting, but it's just a fact that they win so many in a row from the sudden death where they just kept, they would finish 15-14. It was unbelievable, but when one of them finally missed it, the other one missed it right back, and that happened twice to get to the 15-14.
Yeah.
There's Miss Katie Scott.
Yeah, running the CSI Ohio State Championship here on the other side. Like I mentioned before, 50 Predator Apex 7-foot tables. Pretty impressive. We've had so many people in here.
Over 500 in total.
Yeah, maybe more. It was
Yeah.
a lot of people, and it makes just a good crowd, you know, to have all the people around. And
It's cool because some of them were outside, and you could tell that they're preparing for some football games, whatever. They were throwing footballs. One of them was even barbecuing outside with his friends. I said, wow, it's pretty cool.
yeah, a lot of people like to play in these state championships, and I'm sure more and more people will show up to the arena soon when Kachi and Roberto Gomez will come back.
Well, Kachi's on his way back now.
I think I've seen Roberto too. So what are your predictions?
He's right behind him.
Yeah.
He's so tall you can't see him.
True. So what's your prediction here?
It's hard to tell. They both shoot the spot shot so well.
No. You gotta choose someone.
I can't. I can't predict the future.
So here we have the rules. Both players have 4 innings each. They will alternate the sides, and the player with the highest score after 4 innings wins the match. Now, if they tie 1 each, 2 each, 3 each, 4 each, doesn't matter, tie anywhere, they will go to a sudden death, where they will move the cue ball back 1 more diamond. And let's see how Roberto Gomez is feeling so far. How are his nerves?
Well, he's like most players. He decides to shoot first, so that way, hopefully, it'll put pressure on the other player.
Yeah, low right. Nice swing. Yeah, so they're still using a 30-second shot clock on these shootout shots, and just the moment he hit, he goes, "Do I have an extension on this?"
Yeah.
But he was probably just joking,
Yeah,
knowing him. But there's no extension on this, so you have just 30 seconds to get ready and shoot the ball.
He broke from this side. And Roberto did choose to start on that side of the table because the player does have the option to start on whatever side they want.
So Kachi was trying to shoot from the other side, and the referee told him that Roberto started from the left, so he's got to go from the left as well. They alternate sides each shot. So Kachi to shoot here. Oh, nuts.
You don't want to go on the side. You don't want to go on the side.
Oh,
You don't
let's
want to go on the side. As soon as I saw that cube hit near that pocket, every time it hits near that pocket, there's a good chance of my
I
square.
also hit that a little thin.
Yeah.
I felt like he hit that a little thin, so that made him also even closer to that side. You see again, just hit the long rail point of the corner, and Roberto on the side. He was begging for that cue to go in. So here we go, Roberto Gomez, shot number 2 here.
Yeah, he loves hitting this with low left.
Oh, nice. Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Striking the ball good so far. No nerves so far, as far as I can see.
And he's very comfortable with that shot. But look at, watch Kachi's fundamentals. When he strikes that ball, he doesn't move an inch.
Yeah, also a pretty known snooker player. Quite a lot of snooker players known Iklan Kachi.
That's why he has a snooker type stance, kind of.
Yeah, used to play both.
Watch how his head doesn't move, his bridge doesn't move when he's about to strike the ball. See? Doesn't move at all.
Straight in the hole. And again, that cue ball. He's watching the cue ball because it gets awful close. Needs to watch that. But the score's 2 each. He's safe. Also nice to see 2 different styles.
Yeah.
Roberto more a little loose and like fluent stroke, and Kachi is just solid straight. Oh, sweet. It's a sweet hit. Striking the ball good, Roberto Gomez. Oh, we're getting closer to the end here, or at least the end for the 4 innings. And if they tie 3 each, they actually start the sudden death almost. It's the same thing.
Could we be seeing another 15-14 finish here, Tim?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know a reason why not.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing.
Considering how they're hitting him now, yeah, I agree.
And he's just pounding them in.
Yeah.
But look at the cue ball. Look at the cue ball. He did it again. Oh.
Yeah.
Like he's really flirting with that side pocket.
Yeah, I'm going to have a conversation with him, too, after the match.
And, you know, it's really easily solved. If he puts the
Look
cue...
at Roberto. Oh, he got so close.
But it's funny. You can, if you put the cue ball just 1 ball more out or in, the line changes enough to not be close. So it's just where he's putting the cue ball, Kachi.
I agree, because he doesn't like hitting the spot shot with spin. See, I always hit it with a little touch of left or right, depending on what I'm shooting, so that way I avoid the scratch. Oh, look, he can't believe it either. Look at his face. Look at his expression.
Well, also, I felt like he kind of jabbed on it. All the other ones were smooth.
Let's
when
see.
he went back, pop.
Oh, yeah, look at his cue.
So
he didn't even go in a straight line.
He really popped it.
Yeah,
You know, and
look at it. Look, he's shocked.
Oh, well.
Wow. Wow.
Iklan Kachi shooting for the match here in the spot in the final.
Yeah. And he's won quite a number of them to get to this point.
Is he holding the nerve?
But you know he needs to make sure here, right? That he doesn't make it and ends up scratching. Because he's come dangerously close a couple of times. He has to guard against that.
He shoots. Oh, he's missed it.
Wow, we're going to have a sudden death after all. But remember how I said yesterday, I don't know if it was to you or Mark, that sometimes when your opponent misses one, it can actually put a little extra pressure on you to make it, because you know you have to make it a win, but you know in the back of your mind that if you don't, it's going to force a shootout.
Oh, and now this is to where the nerves start kicking in.
Yeah, he just breathed new life into Roberto Gomez.
Also, now the whole crowd is like, everybody starts talking to each other. So now they went backwards 1 more diamond. You see it's a longer shot. Here we see the graphic. And from here it's just 1 shot each. Roberto Gomez goes first. Oh, he's made it and struck this ball a lot better than his last one.
Yeah,
So all the pressure on Iklan Kachi.
that's right. What I do like about this one is I think he's less likely to scratch from this angle, in the side pocket, given the fact that he's higher.
Yeah, he might also play this shot just differently than he did. He used to play with just center ball and go run 3 rails. He might start shooting it the other way. You don't know. I've seen it before.
Oh,
wow.
That's it.
Roberto Gomez advances to the final. Wow, Roberto Gomez wins the shootout 4-3 against Iklan Kachi. And will be up at 3 p.m. in the final against Fedor Gorst.
Tune in.
This was Tony Robles. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tim.
And myself, Tim de Ruiter. And we would like to see you guys back at 3 p.m. Thank you, guys.
It's the Vietnam Open. Relive all the action on Billiard TV. Watch the 2025 Vietnam Open today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Today, the one and only Christina, Kiki Grimm, and I are going to perform one of my favorite rules when it comes to basic position play, one of the most common shots you have to play in pool and of course in shot making. In the top, you're going to play basically a Scotch doubles. So as you can see, because you want to be a bit closer here to the 2-ball to have it as easy as possible. The good news, however, is that Kiki don't have to put any spin on the cue ball, just a bit above center, played a bit harder, and you can see use the second rail, just letting a stroke out. This is way more controlled. You increase your shot making and you also avoid making contact with the other balls because you aren't allowed to do that. Okay, here, below right, trying to hold the cue ball. I could have tried to do the same, use both long rails, but I was a bit afraid of actually bringing the cue ball into the side pocket here. That's why I tried to hold the cue ball, because whenever you have to play with stun, with low, and don't only just spin, it's a bit more difficult to control the cue ball's path over long distances. Here she just used a bit of left spin and went nicely into the line of the 11 ball, and now we're perfectly in line again. Here just one rail into the line of the 4 ball. You can see this is a very nice example of going into the line. Here I think we can't go into the line, so what she's probably going to do is just draw the cue ball a bit back. Any angle basically works here, but it would be nice to again have that angle where you're going into the long rail, and she accomplished to do that. That's the perfect position for the cue ball, by the way. So again, this is one of the most common shots. You're just going into the long rail and then the cue ball is going nicely into the line of the 5 ball. Here, very important to leave an angle on the 5 ball. A bit more angle would have also been nice, then we could have done just 2 rails, but here she's probably going to just play a high ball and go 1 rail just closer to the 13 ball. She takes a bit of time here. That's very important, because if we get a nice position on that 13 ball here, we're basically through with this drill. So this is basically the match winning ball. And if you enjoyed this video with Christina, I have one more that you will see in a minute in the cards. And also make sure, if you want to win a playing cue, check out my latest video here on YouTube, because there you have the chance to actually win my playing cue. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have any questions, subscribe to my channel, follow Christina on Instagram, link is in the video description. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm doing some cool short videos there. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to my patrons. Thanks to my sponsors.
Aduh, greget banget deh sama kalian. Ada 100.000 di depan mata, nggak diambil. Malah download aplikasi-aplikasi tipu yang cuma kasih 100 atau 200 rupiah. Ini terakhir kalinya gue bilang. Langsung aja klik link di bawah video ini dan download aplikasinya. Pengguna baru langsung dapat bonus hingga 100.000. Mau buat belanja, pesen makanan, beli HP,
He preferred kickboxing and the rest. Play Moto America for cash. Multiple race classes live on top sports books and DFS platforms all season long.
And look at the results as Cameron Peterson, 0.2 of a second over Hayden Gillim. What a great race that was, and well played by both riders. So they went back.
To figure out who's going to take this win here. To your point, though, Ken, about blowing those tires off at the starting line, I think that there's a couple critical things here. One, it's the starting line, making sure that you can get moving fast right away. And two, I think we're going to have to see those front ends come up a little bit higher. We saw that from Jared Nelson. We also saw it from Scott Murian as well. That big wheel stand to pour all the weight into those rear tires to get the most out of the physics of that once that sled is under load and you're the better part of the way down the track.
Nasty, driven by Kyle Timmerman, comes out here. Keep in mind, Wayne Timmerman was second hook of the class, went 3:23 and 73, had a really good look at what was going on here, clearly made some adjustments, and we have a brand new leader again, 347 and 36.
These distances are just astounding, but there we see it. We see the higher wheel stand, and look how he carries it out to the very end. So perfect displacement of weight for these guys, and they're kind of like the mini rods, right? So they've got 6,200 pounds out here. It's a full-bodied truck, and so it's heavy out there. So they move 20, 30, 40 pounds at a time, just like those mini rods do, to try to get that balance. And this team did their homework. They looked at their notes, and they found that setup that worked for them.
Up next, I always love this Apache, man. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. Tim Deppy, and appropriately named Old School.
Please and see. It is your
natural in the water, and most of the time, like when I'm working it, I'm just popping the slack, and every time you do that, it'll kind of jump and dart and get up high, and then it'll just slowly go back down, and then you'll dart and it'll jump up high and slowly go back down. But when you're looking for fish up shallow, when they first come up there, before they spawn, right after they spawn, and they're hanging around just super shallow water, especially shallow water that's clear, that's a very hard presentation to beat. You can play around a lot with floating worms too. Most of the time I'm throwing like a Zoom trick worm, the skinnier, thinner, long, straight worms. I just think you get a better dance with those baits. You can kind of look at them in the water. I'll go up sometimes to like a mag trick worm, something a little thicker. But to me, it's not like a Cinco that, you're casting the bait out and letting it work on the way down. You're imparting action on it. You get it to do something real aggressive, and then it just kind of sits there in their face real slow, going back down, and then you get it to do something.
And a few months later, he went to Fujairah in the United Arab Emirates and won the World 8-Ball Championship. Had just turned 17 and had never even played 8-ball before. Look at that. The one ball hits the point in the pocket, and caroms down to the other corner. He leaves him a shot. So this is a good break now.
That's a perfect table, yeah. This should be 3-2. But I don't want to put a commentator's curse on it.
Yeah, I've learned over the years, Imran, and because I keep notes, so we can go back and discuss the match and see where the match turns and everything. Do not put the score down until the 9-ball drops.
Right, yeah. I think you could run this out, Ted, this way.
Hey, between the semis and the finals, they had people coming down from the stands trying to hit a 9-ball spot shot for prizes.
I know, wow. And you made it. You shot it right in the hole.
Heart of the pocket speed. Wow. That was unbelievable.
You shot it like Shane Van Boning.
I walked away with that new iPad, man. That was unreal. I don't know where it is now, though.
Good shot. I need a handicap off you now.
I should make it. I've watched enough pool this week. So that's what a good break shot does for you. It is the most important shot in pool. Wide open table, and Ko Pin-Yi assumes the lead once again. He leads Shane Van Boning 3-2.
I see Darren Appleton is on the chat on the website, so anybody wants to ask him some questions? Got a multiple world champion.
QBSF doing a phenomenal job here, promoting the World 9-ball and putting this whole thing together, and just a great venue, great tables, and great organization. And it's just been so good for the sport of 9-ball to have QBSF involved over the years, and we hope to come back here every year.
It gets better and better every year. There you go. There's the break. He doesn't want it to drop, though, because I'm not sure if he can make the 2. Looks very close. There's a little bit too much speed on that break. That's why the 1-ball went in. If it takes a tad of pace off the break, it hangs right over the corner pocket, which he's been doing in his previous matches. Oh, he may be able to get through to this. Safety, but I think he's left it.
Well, if he can, if it's not partially covered by the 6-ball, he'll certainly take this on.
It's marginal. He has got him, yeah, because he's kicking 2 rails.
Oh, he made it.
No, he didn't. Good try, though. He tried to make it. Tried to make it. It was a very good effort.
Shane Van Boning with some work to do here.
takes the 2 in the top pocket, it should be a fairly easy layout after that, because the cue ball will naturally come down from the 3. There we go. Not too much to do now. Get position on the 5 ball and it should be out.
Well, it's not been a walk in the park for Shane so far in the first 30 minutes of this match. He's got a real fight on his hands here. He's just got to get this rack to tie it up. Remember, Kopinyi won the lag, so all the odd number racks, it'll be Kopinyi breaking. I mean, Shane's been practicing relentlessly. He played 3 matches yesterday. Of course, he didn't have as long a day as some of the other players like Ko, but I saw him leaving the hotel last night after he got back and went down to the QBSF, the federation, where they got the table set up, and he practiced for 3 hours last night.
And that's not enough for him. I see him practicing for 7, 8 hours sometimes. The guy lives, drinks, and eats on a pool table. That's why whatever he wins, any titles he wins, he deserves it. Not many players can do that. A little bit funny on this 5 ball. Has to play the 6 ball in the corner pocket right down the end of the table. He can't just follow because of the angle. He has to drift past the 9 ball and shoot the 6 in the corner pocket. Just like that. And not great shape on the 6 here either too, so it has to come with a good one here. See, in the game of pool, if you mess up one positional shot, it can affect the whole run out.
Yep,
that's why he's lost his cue ball from one shot to the other.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, exactly. It's a snowball effect. But if he makes this 8, it's a natural position on the 9 ball, and this looks good for 3-3. And these guys are going toe to toe, blow for blow.
In the center of the squared circle, as we say in boxing. And there's nothing better. 3-3. So I seriously doubt at this point we're going to see a rout. This is going to be highly entertaining all the way. It's a race to 13. So Shane hanging tough. Ko hanging tough. This is what you want to see.
Exactly.
We don't want to see a rout. We want to see
a one-sided affair.